Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Diane, the corporate creative. I spent about 3 decades in a corporate role, and I used art and creative practices to really deal with stress, especially when I was on the go and traveling for work. I find this to be very calming for my body and, most importantly, for my busy, active brain that loves to ruminate and think about my workday at all times, even when I'm not working. So in this tutorial, you'll see I'm just using a set of watercolor paints, some paintbrushes on watercolor paper, and really, this is the first step of this. So this is kind of a 2-day project, or maybe you start this in the morning, you let the paint dry, and you'll continue again the next day. But I am starting with using puddles of water on my paper and then saturating my paintbrush with a color and then dropping that into the bottom of these teardrop shapes, letting the watercolor kind of flow to the top. And then I would pick a different color and I would put the different color on top of the shape and the opposite side of where I put the original color. And the reason why I'm just using 2 different shades is best is because it's simple. It allows you to see how those colors blend without creating so much color and saturation where you're mixing so much that you might create mud. So it's a really simple way to get to know your paints, see what you like together, and just experiment, but still enjoy the process and have art, if that makes sense. So simplifying sometimes allows you to really just be in the flow. And I think being in the flow to me is the most important thing. So you can see that this is now dry. And I'm going to bring in these paint pens that I have from Posca. And I actually end up using black and gold. I love the metallics, but you can see that I'm just doing line work. So when it comes to doing ink, you can do it inside the shape, outside of the shape. You could do, large, maybe you want to draw a flower across the whole shape. Maybe you just want to do little patterns. I'm sticking to little patterns and repetitive. And for me, I'm finding this process just very relaxing. I'm really not planning ahead. I'm not thinking about, I want to say second quarter results. But I'm not thinking ahead too much. I'm just thinking I've got a white space. And I want to do something with it. And I love using lines, going in different directions. I love using shapes, repetitive shapes. And I love, dancing around the painting in different areas. And if you just stay loose with the painting, things will come to you. You obviously can follow my exact painting if that's of interest. Even if you do, you'll end up with something that looks more like your work. But it is kind of nice to have the freedom to put in different things and dance around the painting. You don't have to know what the final product is going to look like, but it's going to look like a piece of art that you made. And all of this with just some simple, basic tools. And that's what I love about it. It's not overly complicated. You don't have to have 10 meetings. You're just having the freedom to create something. And that's your final product. So I offer my YouTube. Feel free to subscribe. I post about twice a month, just new ideas for busy professionals or busy people in general that don't have an art background, that just want to create something that's lovely for them that can help reduce stress.